You guys, this is such a special episode with our incredible new book, Living All Out, debuting today with the drop of this podcast. I am so excited to share with you the process of unveiling the story of 20 incredible entrepreneurs who are the co-authors in my upcoming and currently coming out book. And this interview is especially special because I'm interviewing Danielle Damrell, who was our storytelling mentor who worked individually with our mastermind members to really unfold their stories of what it means to live all out. This is a movement, and I am so excited to just initiate the movement of the modern entrepreneur, which is all about the All Out brand, and share with you these clients' individual stories and how they are living all out today. I can't wait for you to hear this episode and just the story behind the book. And I hope you run to Amazon, get your copy, grab it, purchase as many of them as you can, and share them with your friends in this space to inspire them to what is truly possible. I hope you guys enjoy this story, our journey, and the book that's coming out. Need some effective, tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in. All right, we are live with another episode for my All Out family. Danielle Damrell, welcome to the Burnout to All Out podcast.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. How is it that we've worked together here and there on different projects for over a year now, and we're just now getting you on the podcast?
You know, there's been a lot going on, so it's okay.
You guys, I am so excited to unpack for you today. Today is specifically around book publication process. And Danielle is our collaborative book manager on this particular project. She's actually a power partner of ours, and we're doing business with her in a number of different ways. And she really has got a lot of work, I think, even collaboratively with our clients within our community. And she's just a massive inspiration and support and guiding light for our clients, Danielle. And I'm just so excited to have you here. And today we're really going to unpack what's the value of publishing a book, right? And then kind of walk through our book publishing process and really understand the inner workings of, why telling your story just in general is so impactful and inspire folks that, they should consider maybe doing something similar.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. If you have the desire to be an author, you should be an author.
Yes. And by the way, those of you who are watching this live, awesome. But when this drops, will be dropped the day our book is dropped and is coming out to the world. The name of the book is Living All Out. And we're going to unpack that today and really talk to you about it. So excited. So let me just share with our listeners, in case Danielle is brand new to you. Danielle is a certified life story coach with vast experience in speaking, writing, a variety of creative business skills, including event planning, breaking into the entrepreneurship world as a lettering artist. Her drive to create in new ways continued to expand, which led her to being featured in publications all over the world, including Business Insider, Forbes, Voyage Denver, and several other national publications. She founded the Damrell Creative Collective in 2017. So she's been at this for a little bit and evolved like all of us, right? Her collective is aimed at serving women of all kinds through managing collaborative book programs, hosting creative processing workshops, and offering one-on-one creative coaching and business services. I know she's working one-on-one with a number of our clients in our mastermind to really get clear on their creative direction and brand. And they've found so much value in working with you, Danielle. The heartbeat of all that she does is to honor each individual person's story, whether through the messaging or visuals of one's personal branding or through someone's literal voice. All of her offerings are aimed at helping entrepreneurs become seen, heard, and valued through utilizing their most powerful tool of connection, their life story. So it's so timely that today we're going to be talking about storytelling. And within the new Living All Out book, what I would love to do, Danielle, is let's take everybody back to the backstory. I wanted to just start with, since we're really featuring this book that's coming out and our work with you, is for our listeners to understand that in my Elevate 360 Mastermind, we believe in the 360-degree approach, which is it's not just business strategy itself. It takes energetic work. It takes the right network, but also it takes a killer brand to win in the online space and have that credibility. And I think that's where you really came in this year with a promise for our clients in the mastermind. It is to work towards building that $1 million brand, which includes not only a photo shoot, videography, but becoming a best-selling author in a book collaboratively, right?
Yes.
So you've been leading the process since day one so that you guys can understand the blood, sweat, and tears behind this book that is coming out the day this podcast is released. These women all came to Arizona, and we'll walk through the process, but we've been together since our very first live event in February, where you kicked off the creative process to begin that storytelling for each and every individual mastermind member. Before we get into the details of our book and get these guys really hungry to come want to check it out, let's just dive into, because this is a business strategy podcast, right? So let's talk about, from your perspective, because I know you do a lot of collaborative books, what are the perks to publishing a book and becoming a best-selling author?
Oh my gosh. There are seriously endless perks of becoming an author and best-selling author, especially. But first of all, I would say credibility and global recognition. So as a best-selling author, that means that your words have reached audiences far and wide. It establishes credibility and heightens your reputation worldwide. It's also an incredible feeling to know that your words have resonated with all kinds of people with different backgrounds and experiences. And I have to note that what is extra special about being a part of a collaborative book is that the chapters, although they have a general theme, the life experiences within them are so different. Everyone has a different story. And what that means is that there's there is absolutely a multitude of stories within a single book that can and will positively impact other people's lives, no matter what kind of season they're walking through. So first of all, credibility, global recognition. Second, influence and impact. So best-selling authors have the power to shape minds, inspire change, and influence society. Your ideas and perspectives can have a profound impact on readers, and that leaves a lasting impression on their lives. I mean, how many books have you read that you've been like, whoa, that was life-changing? And again, this helps establish that know, like, trust factor in both your network and in your industry. And it is one of those differentiators that can help you stand out in your personal brand. The other big thing, opportunities for collaboration. So best-selling authors often find themselves collaborating with other authors, artists, and professionals in their industry. These collaborations lead to opening new doors and having new opportunities like speaking. If public speaking is something that you really want to do, then you should probably pursue writing a book, because that is going to help you get in the right places and get your name out there enough for people to be like, whoa, I need that message in my life, or leaders will hear it and be like, that message is what my community needs. And so that's really a big part of writing a book. A big benefit of it is that you can get speaking opportunities. Another big one is legacy. Of course, written words transcend time, leaving behind such a lasting legacy. Best-selling authors are automatically a part of literary history, and their work will continue to inspire generations long after they're gone. So a book is one of the best ways to leave a legacy. If leaving a legacy is important to you, then get your words out in writing, because that's not going anywhere. It's there forever. And two last things when it comes to like big perks of becoming a best-selling author, an author. The next one, personal growth. So the journey of becoming a best-selling author challenges you, and it also grows you. It pushes you to process your life and your unique abilities, to refine your writing skills, to learn about marketing and promotion, to develop resilience, because there's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be things that come up that are like, ooh, should I share that? Or is that not for now? And that is all a part of personal development. So huge amounts of personal growth when you write a book. And then the last thing is fulfillment of lifelong dreams. I think there's a statistic out there that says like 80% of people want to write a book and only 1% of people actually do it. And that's another thing that's such a great benefit of a collaborative book, is that even if you don't have the time and energy right now to put out a solo book, being a part of a collaborative book can be just as enriching of a process in a more titrated way. So you can still balance the rest of your business and your life. So just achieving that goal is like, I mean, you could ask any of the authors in this book how much of a sense of accomplishment they already feel just from that initial writing process of getting their life story on paper, what it means to live all out. And that just can't be matched. So there's so many benefits, but I'll stop there.
Okay, gang, we need to take a quick hydration break. So grab your drink of choice. And as you rehydrate, I'll give you the lowdown on my free LinkedIn lead gen masterclass. If you feel like you're screaming into the void when you post content on Facebook or Instagram, struggling to find a sustainable and scalable lead generation process that sticks, and you just want someone who's been there and done that to reveal their secrets, then it's critical that you register to save your spot ASAP. During this live masterclass, you'll get to steal the exact strategy I used to scale my income from $0 to $1 million in just 19 months without spending a fortune on ads or suffering from burnout. Simply check out the show notes of the podcast episode for the link to register for your free spot in the LinkedIn Lead Gen Masterclass. And don't worry, even if you miss a couple of days or you can't make it to all the training sessions, we'll deliver the replays directly into your inbox daily so you can watch them on your own time. All you have to do is make sure you sign up for the masterclass before registration ends. Yes. Oh my gosh. So good. Well, and let's dive into our particular book, Living All Out. It actually came to me in a breathwork session last year. Yeah, I don't want to steal the thunder of the actual book, but it was a vision of leading others in this lifestyle of living all out without sacrifice, being healthy, wealthy, and happy, and being the example that it could be possible. And I couldn't think of a better way to get the word out than publish a book with the 22 women who are currently in my Elevate 3. I'm sorry?
Women and Chris.
And Chris, you're right. Sorry, Chris. That to publish a book of 22 stories with their version of what living all out looks like collaboratively. So why don't I would love for you to maybe take our audience through the collaborative book process. I want you guys who are listening, who purchased this book, to understand the process that our mastermind members went through from the day their feet hit the ground in Arizona, where we did some pre-work and breathwork sessions to really get the creative juices flowing, all the way to, hitting the submit button. You've been phenomenal as the collaborative book manager and working individually with these guys so that it is an enjoyable and fun process, that they weren't lost. You held their hand and you really know their story. So can you talk a little bit about the process of putting together this collaborative book that's coming out?
For sure. Well, first of all, I just have to say, like, it has been a complete honor to walk through this process with all of the authors, including you, Melissa. Just the process of telling your story, and really more than just even telling it, but actually writing it, is a really powerful and profound experience. And one of the big things that I came into this with was I need to make sure that these people feel honored in the process of telling their story. Because if you don't feel honored and you feel a sense of yuck, I mean, there's lots of people who have shared things or written books that haven't really been fully processed, and they haven't gone bestseller because of a variety of reasons. But a lot of it comes down to them not feeling good about the process of sharing their story. And so that was a huge goal of mine, was like, okay, what do we need to do to break this down so that it's bit by bit and it's actually achievable and effective and fun? That was a big goal. Fun. It needs to be fun. So the first thing that we did, which you briefly mentioned earlier, was we started with a breathwork session in person in Scottsdale, Arizona at the retreat in February. And Rebecca Caffiaro actually hosted that portion of the process. She did an incredible breathwork session, and she just helped them to gain clarity on what it actually looks like for them to live all out currently. Like, what does living all out mean to you? And that was really the focus, setting the intention for the book right at the beginning. And then from there, I met with each of the authors, both as a group and individually, to strategize that writing process. So we covered what it looks like to do an outline and then a shitty first draft, which then eventually led to the submission of a complete and fully processed final draft. So when we walked through the process of becoming an author, I wanted it to be in a titrated and careful way to ensure that it didn't interfere with their ability to continue growing in their businesses and the other ways that Elevate 360 supports their expansion. So during our one-on-one life story coaching calls, I would walk with them closely to make sure that what they were writing was not only fully processed, but that it was aligned, to make sure that what they were writing was aligned with who they are and the lives that they're living right now. Yeah. And then just about 2 months ago, the final drafts were due, which was an exciting time, but we pivoted at that point. We pivoted into the editing, publishing, and promoting phase, because it doesn't just stop when you finish writing your last word. That's the work part, like the grind part kind of, but the editing, publishing, and promoting is a whole different phase. So we did some self-editing workshops. They all got partnered with partner editing. And then every chapter went through 2 rounds of professional editing as well. And then just in the last few weeks, we pivoted again towards the promoting of the book. And we wanted to give them all of the resources that they needed to promote the book effectively, as well as get ready for the launch, the summit. And the assets that they have, and they have a step-by-step plan for them to follow throughout the season, so that actually not only can they do this in a way that, like, they're not trying to figure out how to promote from scratch, but they can actually use this process to help them launch in future launches. So everything that we've done in this process has been like, how do we support them as a whole in that 360 approach? So they've learned about assembling their launch teams and prepping for the summit that ties into their stories, but in a more business-oriented strategy way. And then even after the summit, we're actually going to continue to guide the authors on how to use their newfound credibility and, God willing, best-selling author title to grow their brand and expand their impact in a whole new way. So it's just been one step at a time. That's how we do this. We focus on the one next thing so that we can do that well and then go to the next thing.
Totally. And I love it. And it's one of the reasons our mastermind is a full year long, right? Like, I think about the evolution of these men and women and the time that they're putting in, but it's like, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? You've made it so digestible and fun so that it's not this like overbearing thing, but they're being guided and paced. And I love what you said. We even had on our kickoff call for the summit the other day is like, guys, what you are learning about in launching this summit, you're going to be able to implement in launching anything in your business, right? So it's so good. If you're listening live, we do have a summit that will be streaming live on LinkedIn where we're going to bring in all the authors and we're going to showcase them and they're going to speak around their subject matter expertise within the book. So you're going to get to know the authors the day the book comes out. And maybe we can talk about that in a minute. So I'm curious, Danielle, from your perspective, I would just love to know, not to put you on the spot, but like, what excites you the most about this particular book?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this book. Well, the theme itself is like so widely applicable. Yes, of course, to entrepreneurs, but really to everyone. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, like Melissa said, the theme is living all out, and it's the incredible true stories of 21 entrepreneurs elevating their impact, passion, and legacy to break the chains of burnout and step into the freedom of an all-out life. And through this process, I don't think anyone's going to be offended by this, but even at the beginning, it was like, am I living all out? Like there were quite a few questions, like they were internally processing that. Am I in freedom or am I pursuing freedom? And I remember I took one of them, Laurel Boylan, she's an author in the book. I took her outside in Arizona and she was asking me this. And I just grabbed her and I said, can you look around? We're in this beautiful home in Scottsdale with the mountains and the cactus and everything. And I was like, I think you're living all out. And she's like, you know what? You're right. I am living all out. And then she started telling me story after story after story of times that she has overcome fear in her life, things like roller coasters and other fears like that, where she like just took the bull by the horns and just did it. And I'm like, that's your living all out story. That's it right there. Yes. And that's actually what she wrote about in her chapter. So to answer your question, I am excited, so excited about this book. But I think the biggest reason is because all of these authors are truly some of the most incredible and inspiring people I've ever met. Just walking through this process alongside them has changed the way I view success, love, determination, resilience, and even how I approach parenting. There's quite a few chapters in the book, parents of adult children now who are talking about their experience with younger children. And I have an 8-year-old daughter. So at times I'm still in the like, okay, what am I doing? Am I doing everything wrong? It just feels like I'm doing everything wrong. Am I hating parenting? Am I loving parent? I don't know what I'm thinking. And this book, just this book alone and the advice in it has completely changed how I approach parenting my daughter. And I know I'm a little biased, but I truly think that there's something for everyone to learn or feel encouraged and inspired by through reading this book.
My gosh, absolutely. And a quick and easy read, even just pick up a chapter a day to just be inspired, right? So good. Okay. So do you want to share with our listeners when the book is coming out?
Yes, I would love to. So the official book release is August 9th, 2023, and we are kicking off the book launch with an online summit. So in that online summit, each author will be hosting a training that corresponds to their living all out story, and they're going to be giving the how to the who that they are. And I think that's a pretty special thing. So it's going to be a really, really good day. And I am so excited to both learn from them because what they're sharing in the summit is not going to be the same as what's in their chapters. They do correspond with each other, but they're going to be able to talk to the audience themselves about, how they implement the parts of their lives that they shared in the book.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're watching this live on LinkedIn, because I know we're streaming live over there right now and within our Burnout to All Out community, if you want a link to the summit, just put a comment in the comment section, send me the link, and know that we will be streaming live on LinkedIn Live that day as well with the summit. Because if you don't know, you can stream live for 4 straight hours on LinkedIn, which is a pretty awesome feature of the platform. Just let us know in the comment section, wherever you're watching this live, or send me a DM and we'll get you the registration information for that. If you're listening to the podcast, the summit, if you're listening on, Apple, if you're listening on iTunes, like the summit is going on right now, maybe while you're listening to this, or it has passed, but you can definitely get your hands on the book. Where can our listeners get their hands on the book when it comes out?
Amazon. It will be on Amazon. Just type in Living All Out. I'm sure it'll be the first thing to pop up. It's a beautiful book, black with gold lettering, Living All Out. Type it in. There will be a Kindle version and a print version. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy it.
Awesome. I love this. And finally, just a plug. If you're listening and you're like, oh my gosh, the idea of writing an entire book feels a little bit overwhelming, but the idea of a collaborative book is just right down my alley. And you're hearing this collaborative process that we work with Danielle on. We have our Elevate 360 Mastermind 2024. We're taking applications now. We don't start till 2024, January of 2024. But if you're curious and, the idea of not only this book publication process, but our 360 approach to mentoring and supporting entrepreneurs and their growth in this space as entrepreneurs, come check us out. You can come to my website, burnouttoallout.com. You can check out the application for the mastermind. I truly believe that, as Danielle said, being a best-selling author, which I'm just calling it out to the world by the time you listen to this on a podcast, that's what we are.
It's going to happen. Yep.
Yeah. Being a best-selling author, having the authority, having that book in hand brings a whole nother level of expertise within your business and the way that you're viewed and the way that you're able to market yourself. And so we believe here at Burnout to All Out within our Elevate 360 Mastermind, it is an absolute must in your tool belt inside of our mastermind before you graduate. So exciting. Danielle, any final comments as we wrap up?
I just want to say thank you for having me here today and for allowing me to come around your network and support them and serve them in all of the different ways. It is, again, truly an honor to be able to be in this community. And I just cannot wait for everyone to read these stories.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know what you guys think when you get the book. Let us know. Reach back out to us. And Danielle, where can people find you?
People can find me. I am primarily on Instagram. I'm trying to up my LinkedIn game. So I am on LinkedIn, Danielle Damrell, just Danielle Damrell on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, all the same. So yeah, come connect with me, send me a message, and I would happily love to bring on more new friends and grow my network as well.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it from her. Come find her. Awesome. Thank you, Danielle. And we'll see you soon at the live event.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. I cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.